On July 5, 2026, Brazil's World Cup campaign abruptly collapsed in a 2-1 loss to Norway. As the final whistle blew, a 34-year-old Neymar fell to the turf in tears. Minutes later, he stood before the press and announced his immediate retirement from international football, telling reporters, August 10, 2010, an 18-year-old Neymar stepped onto this exact patch of grass for his senior debut. He scored his first international goal that night, initiating 16 years of immense national expectation. Between those two nights in New Jersey lies a timeline that permanently shattered the sport's financial ceiling, while leaving its most coveted prophecies unfulfilled. Back in his childhood home of São Vicente, Neymar built his technical foundation on hard indoor courts. Playing futsal forced him to develop rapid decision-making and elite body control to survive in extremely tight spaces. That spatial awareness translated instantly to the grass pitch. By the time he was 15 in the Santos FC Academy, his athletic promise was generating massive commercial value, yielding a salary that allowed his family to purchase a home right next to the club's stadium. His production matched the financial hype. In 2011, he dominated South American football, scoring 6 goals in the Copa Libertadores to secure the title for Santos. A look into the archives reveals the gravity of that victory. Prior to 2011, Santos had not won the Copa Libertadores since 1963. The star of that 1963 squad was Pelé. By ending a nearly 50-year title drought at the exact same club, Neymar invited a direct, unavoidable comparison to the most prolific player in Brazilian history. He prepared to leave for Europe carrying a burden few players could survive, the expectation that he would become the definitive successor to Pelé. He initially lived up to the hype in Catalonia, forming a devastating partnership alongside Luis Suárez and Lionel Messi at Barcelona. Then came the summer of 2017, when Paris Saint-Germain bypassed traditional negotiations by paying his jaw-dropping €222 million buyout clause in full. This bar chart tracks the historical progression of global football transfer fees. Prior to Neymar, the record belonged to Paul Pogba's €105 million move. You can see how the €222 million that Paris Saint-Germain paid violently shoots past that previous high. This transaction operated outside standard club economics. Backed by Oryx Qatar Sports Investments, PSG utilized the vast wealth of an energy-rich state to fund the transfer, executing a state signing. As the €222 million bar shatters the ceiling of this chart, it pulls the rest of the market up with it. The ripple effect of this single transaction forced clubs globally to inflate player valuations and wages to compete. That astronomical price tag attached new criteria to his success. To justify a €250 million investment, scoring goals wasn't enough. Neymar now had to capture the sport's ultimate, undisputed crowns. The transfer to Paris offered him a specific tactical advantage. It removed him from Lionel Messi's shadow, giving him a clear, independent path to win the Ballon d'Or as the undisputed best player in the world. And on the pitch, his individual production remained elite. Despite battling frequent injuries, he accumulated 80 goals across 130 international appearances, officially surpassing Pelé to become Brazil's all-time men's scorer. Yet, his scoring records contrasted sharply with his trophy cabinet. Across multiple tournaments, he never managed to secure a World Cup for his nation. He shattered the global transfer market and rewrote Brazil's record books. But the combination of shifting European tactics and persistent injuries kept the highest honors out of reach. He remained the prince who never became king. Which brings us back to the final moments at MetLife Stadium in 2026. Deep into stoppage time, Neymar converted a penalty for his 80th and final international goal, just moments before Brazil was eliminated. The conclusion of his career leaves a deeply divided legacy. Peers like Zlatan Ibrahimovic observed that because fans expected Neymar to win a Ballon d'Or, finishing his career without one creates a lingering sense of unfulfilled potential. But Thierry Henry offered a different metric for his success. He argued that Neymar's unmistakable flair, pure joy on the ball, and elite technical skill inspired an entire generation of youth players to approach the sport with imagination. His story closes exactly where it opened. He walks away as a statistical giant, lacking the definitive crown, but holding an undeniable legacy. A player whose specific brand of football altered the sport's economy and captured the imagination of fans worldwide.